All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thanks very much for tuning in to another one here on the coach's desk. We appreciate you being here, my people. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You understand? This is how you show your support as well, when you like, share, and you subscribe. That's a free way of supporting the channel. So I want to delve into some things, people, because on the year we're gone, some serious matters are going with the USA and their anti-doping thing. Listen, them are talking about, listen, some serious matters that take place. You get what I say? All right, so let me get into it. So first of all, Erryion Knighton is the center of the talk right now. Seeing Erryion Knighton is the center of the conversation right now. So what happened, people? Erryion Knighton pretty much, let's call it now. Erryion Knighton was given, according to him, some oxtail to eat. The people are calling him oxtail man from this thing come out. So he was given oxtail to eat, and from by all indication, he said that, after he was tested, it was stated that he had tren in his system, which is a serious drug, And then look at dibby drug that, Seeing? But he was pretty much himself and his lawyer or his team would have been able to, get him off the case, because they could have traced where he got that thing from. Seeing? But he was able to compete. He ran at the Olympic Games. But the fact of the matter is that WADA had made a report that they have to do some investigation in this, right? And the AIU came out. They have filed an appeal. And if you don't know what the AIU is, it's the Athletics Integrity Unit. They filed an appeal with the Court of Arbitration for Sport in the case relating to Erryion Knighton. Yeah. They believe that this appeal is against the decision of an arbitration tribunal in the United States that the athletic established no fault or negligence after USADA brought charges against the athlete for the presence of epitrenbolone and use of trenbolone in his system. So AIU is not having this. They believe that this is a case to be answered to. And, we were talking about it now. We were sharing that this is a case where it's a hard substance. It's not like a stimulant or nothing, man. Train a hard substance, Seeing? And for them to come out and say, oh, it was not his fault. It wasn't any negligence, right? Seeing? It was no fault. And we spoke of athletes who would have been tested positive for toothache, for headache, for whatever reason, asthma, and they were able to prove that these are the items, and they didn't get a slap on the wrist as Erryion did. He got 3 months. I would suppose, because of course the time when he was tested, he wasn't able to compete. Seeing? And that was like 3 months. But this is a hard substance. And you know what folks are asking? Does that have any effect on his performance or give him an advantage in the situation where he competes against other athletes, even though it wasn't his fault? But isn't it in his system to begin with? And was the 3 months enough to get it out of his system? These are the questions we were asking, right? And the AIU them decide, say, yo, this thing can't go so, no. It cannot go like that. It cannot go like that. And this come on the heels of the whole big embarrassment and saga that is taking place in the United States. Anti-doping, you hear WADA responded to a story where the Reuters came out and they launched a story on what transferred. Seeing? So WADA statement on the Reuters story exposing USADA scheme in contravention of World Anti-Doping Code. So uno know say some look at anky panky thing are going with the US when it comes on to these matters. You see me I say? And I mean, whoa, whoa, whoa. So my thing is that something is not right in the US or USADA when it comes on to how they carry out their stuff. Seeing? It is not right. In my estimation, it cannot be right. No, 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 no. It cannot be right. How can it be right? How should it be right? When the US are allowed to do these things and get away with, and they are talking about whenever they see anybody run, they are coming with the notion that, oh, that person is on drugs, and you know what I mean? They are the ones doing those stuff. They are the ones saying these stuff. Come on. Seeing? So what happened, people, is that the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, they responded to a Reuters story of August 7, exposing a scheme in the United States, or whereby the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, which is USADA, allowed athletes who had doped. Remember, I know, athletes who had doped to compete for years in at least one case without ever publishing or sanctioning their anti-doping rule violations, in direct contravention to the World Anti-Doping Code and USADA's own rules. So them break them rules for them people there. Seeing? They broke their rules for those athletes. And you're telling me when the first some of the American fans, when they see anybody running fast, the first thing come to their mind, oh, that person is on drug. Oh, that person is this. Oh, no, if stop it. Because look at this big cover-up. Now, this USADA scheme threatened the integrity of the sporting competition, which the code seeks to protect. By operating it, USADA was in clear breach of the rules. Contrary to the claims made by USADA, WADA did not sign off on this practice of permitting drug cheats to compete for years on the promise that they would try to obtain incriminating evidence against others. That is nonsense. WADA said, "I have no part to do that." WADA said, "We never do nothing like that." How you come about this? We never agreed to nothing like this. And now they let off Erryion Knighton for that hard substance and make it look like, oh, he knew where he got it and he this and he that. But look what is happening now. WADA say this is against us. We never sanctioned that. If you are doing one FBI stunt, make we know. Seeing? Now, within the code, there's a provision whereby an athlete who provides substantial assistance can subsequently apply to have a proportion of their period ineligibility suspended. So then we get our lesser sentencing, right? However, there's a clear process for that, which does not involve allowing these who have cheated to continue to compete while they may or may not gather incriminating evidence against others, and while they could retain a performance enhancing substance from this. Listen to me, no, man. This is nonsense. WADA say, yo, I want to get this thing from man, and I can't do this, man. This wasn't part of the planning, man. So why not come with this, man? And then I put the sport in a disrepute, man. WADA said that they are now aware of at least 3 cases where athletes who had committed serious anti-doping rule violations were allowed to continue to compete for years while they acted as undercover agents for USADA without it notifying WADA and without there be any provision such a practice under the code of USADA's own rules. In one case, an elite level athlete who competed at the Olympics qualifier and international events in the United States admitted to taking steroids and EPO, yet was permitted to continue competing all the way up to retirement. Their case was never published. Results never disqualified. Prize money never returned. And no suspension ever served. This is nonsense. This cannot happen. The athlete was allowed to line up against the unknown competitions as if they had never cheated. In that case, when USADA eventually admitted to WADA what they had been going through, it advised that they should not do publication of consequence or disqualification of results, put the athlete's security at risk. So basically, them I tell say them nothing, they nothing tell them about it, because if them release the name of the athlete because of security risk, I can understand that. But how do you do something like this? How do you do something like this and expect other people? Oh, remember, this happened over years, you know. What a scandal happened with the US and them track and field because of this, you know. You get what I say? How you expect people to respect what these guys are doing? We can't respect it because all of this coming to her. It's sketchy. Because if you have people that compete, say, yeah, do this and that, and that's not their code of conduct, why you allow them to do it? And that's how we think happen with Axtail, man. Yeah, man, we think say Axtail, man, shaky. We think him thing not right. So all them come out and they must say this and say that. I don't trust the Axtail. You get what I say? Then Travis Tigard from the USADA, he's a CEO. He responded. It is said that the water leader desperate and dangerous attempt to smear others, including informants, instead of answering basic questions about why they allowed China to cover up 23 positive tests for TMZ and 2 positive tests for methadone. Now, as athletes from around the world are speaking out about these failures that impacted the Paris Olympic swimming event, responds by lashing out against others. Clean athletes deserve answers, and they deserve better from WADA for the Olympic values of having meaning. To have meaning, it is time to get right, or to get WADA right. Ironically, the expansive investigation done by USADA and the involved IF reference in WADA statement today demonstrate exactly what WADA should have done with the Chinese swimmers. Positive, develop the evidence to identify the truth and uphold the rules of protect the clean sport. So WADA and the IF were also aware of the athletes' cooperation, including the athletes' return to competition, one of which was necessary for the U.S. federal law enforcement, the Drug Enforcement Agency and FBI investigation in a human drug trafficking scheme. During these investigations, the athletes provided intelligence to federal law enforcement, USADA, and the IF that led to criminal charges and anti-doping rule violations. USADA collaborated closely with WADA and the IF ensure that those engaging in doping violations are, as well as criminal offenses, were identified and prosecuted to the fullest extent possible. WADA was notified of the violation and sanction, and WADA did not appeal them, though they had the right to do so. The code allows a substantial assistance such as what was provided in this case, and WADA did not initiate a compliance against USADA as they should have if they truly believe we failed to follow the rules. When USADA and other anti-doping organizations obtain information about misconduct and potential violations, it's critical that we peruse or pursue the truth with all resources at our disposal. There are protections for both whistleblowers and those who provide substantial assistance. These provisions allow us to, confront organized criminal and doping schemes to further protect clean and safe sport. We are sad for clean athletes that WADA current leadership seems more interested in their own reputation than actual doing the work to protect the sport, using the available tools to investigate or winning the right for clean athletes. So you saw that he thought back on WADA and say, yo, no can go on, no can go on top. No didn't know about it. Seeing? So all of this thing we are going, it look like say, yo, boy, I mean, I don't know. Is the sport really clean? Are there a lot of cover-ups taking place? Do these people know what is happening? And are they pretending that they're, yo, no, just tell me no people want to think. Yo, I spoke to somebody over the weekend, and based on that conversation, it's a doctor. We don't know him, Dr. Paul Wright. And Dr. Paul Wright said, boy, everybody has seek an advantage in our sport. Whether by equipment, whether by coach, whether by whatever. So my question to him was that, is the sport really clean then? If all of these people are trying to seek an advantage, people are taking this, people are taking that, is the sport really clean? Because here WADA said them never sanction nothing. It is against their conduct. And here USADA say, yo, you know what go on because was a big investigation that includes FBI and all of these things where prosecution are going on them someday. I don't know. But see, Knighton case, I go get appeal now. People, I don't know. Is our good sport crumbling? I'm going to say this, I don't know if I say it, but I might say it in a different video. Because if that is the case, might as well. I mean, I understand this. This is mind-boggling. Might as well them just say I best chemist winner, man. Because if the sport is not clean and these things are always happening, then just go out there. If you want to damage your body, damage your body. You get what I say? Yo, I'm gone here, man.